We still seem to have a little time before the next train leaves. What should we do? It might be best just to wait in a station until the train arrives. Let's wait in the station. It's time to leave Legram. Yeah, let's go wait inside. We need to buy our tickets for the trip to Garrelia Fortress too. Hey Eustace, wanna buy me some snacks? Buy your own food. Yeah, these two. Yeah, damn near. I feel like they'll bond in the future. Like Eustace, he might play, hard to get, but I feel like he'll have a soft side for her eventually, because she's the only one that messes with him a lot. Like, she constantly bothers him. She could have asked anyone here, preferably Emma, because Emma seems to be the one that takes care of her the most or looks after her. But instead, she chooses to mess with Eustace. Lively as ever, I see. Let's head in then. Oh, there's Celine. Look at you moving around, being sneaky as hell. Man, I'm gonna miss Legram. I really am. I can see why this would be some people's favorite town. The vibes were great. Outside of a few females. Yeah, I'm not letting that go. Ooh, I can see the castle for a second there. Wait, it's gone again. Well, the forest is quite dense around here. Still, we saw a lot of weird things in that castle. It was one thing after another from the moment we walked through the door. Yo, I feel like everybody is looking at Emma. Makes sense though. I feel like you have a lot of explaining to do. I don't know when you plan on telling people about certain things, but you should get around to doing it. Especially when people put others in the spotlight, but you never show yourself in it. Like, I feel like you gotta be open with everyone about a lot of stuff. You don't have to be open about every single aspect of whatever you got going on. But she clearly knows stuff about Reem. Especially when she mentioned how his power, to not use that power because it would draw him into whatever was going on. What are you looking at me for? Never mind. That was pretty great. Do you have this much fun on all your field studies? I mean, pretty much, yeah. I don't know if it's considered fun, but it's always something. I just wish it was a little longer. Those 2 days went by so quickly. That's how I felt too. Like, it's not like we stay for, any longer than 2 days most of the time. But that really felt even shorter. Well, the field study isn't over. We're on our way to our next location, so don't relax just yet. I mean, you're right about that. On our way to Garrelia Fortress. It looks like I must say farewell to Legram once again for the time being. I wasn't expecting to, but I can't help but feel a little homesick already. I mean, that makes sense. Can't really say I blame you with that. I feel like I would feel the same way. Like you just came back and you already gotta leave. Not to mention, you didn't spend much time with your own father. You didn't get a chance to. But at least you were able to see him. And I can understand why. It was a really welcoming place. I didn't ever get the sense that social classes were keeping people apart. True. It seems like a place that we nobles could learn much from. I'd definitely like to visit again in the future. It would be great to bring Fee and the others next time too. For sure. Kinda sad that Fee didn't get a chance to come to Legram. You're all more than welcome in Legram anytime. I can only hope I'll continue to learn and grow between now and when I next return. Well, this is you we're talking about. I'd be more surprised if you didn't, grow. After leaving Legram, we changed trains at Berea Station and rode the Croydon Main Line north, heading toward Keldick. Hey, Keldick. I miss this place too. I like the vibes here, but it's probably just because I'm a southerner. Hey, dent, hey, dent, dent. I know you can skip this, but did. I like looking at the map. Oh, look at Gran with her hat. You're so cute. Alright, let's go over our schedule again. We're currently en route to Keldick, where we'll rendezvous with Group B. From there, we'll take the Transcontinental Railroad to Garrelia Fortress on the Empire's eastern border. Garrelia Fortress is one of the Imperial Army's largest strongholds. It's sometimes referred to as the wall that protects the nation from the threat of Calvard Republic. I've heard it's ludicrously gigantic, almost an icon of military excess. It also houses the 2 railway guns and has a military exercise ground on the premises. Weren't those the weapons that Gwen said he regretted constructing? Yeah, they're these 2 massive orbital cannons pointed toward the east at Calvert. Yeah, more like towards Crossbell. Or more specifically, they're aimed at the buffer zone between us and them, Crossbell State. They are pretty crazy, yeah. It's like you're looking at a mountain of iron. I was pretty overwhelmed when I first saw them. Yeah, it'll that's what it's gonna feel like. It's definitely gonna be overwhelming. But after what I saw take place in Crossbell, what happened to them? Yo, them Aions? That's overwhelming. Those are overwhelming. That was crazy. Wait. You've actually seen the railway guns in person? Also, sorry if I'm pausing or I cut. It's cause I'm coughing. And I don't like to cough into the microphone or anything like that. You guys know, I've said this multiple times. I feel like that's just disgusting and not cool. I'm still trying to get over this sickness. Yeah, Gramps took Claire, Lecter, and me to see them this one time. These are the mightiest weapons brought by the hands of man since the Great Collapse. I want you to consider what it means that such weapons have been placed here. Well, it's something like that anyway. To consider what it means. He has a flair for the dramatic, I'll give him that. Come to think of it, today's the day, isn't it? The day that the Chancellor is scheduled to depart for Crossbell with Prince Oliver. It is, huh? That means Toa. Toa's gonna be on the train too. Guess the trade conference kinda snuck up on us, huh? I think that's where Lecter's going too. I want to go to Crossbell. There's supposed to be this really famous theater group and they have a huge theme park, right? Right you are, little one. That is Arkansas and Michelin Wonderland. Yeah, I miss Sully. Well, I want to see Sully. And Tio. I really miss Tio. Tio always, if there's a character that made me laugh quite a bit, it was Tio. That's what I've heard, that you probably know more about it than I do. Apparently, President Toa is going as part of the entourage to further her studies. Really? She never feels impressed. I hear she's been getting job offers from a bunch of different companies ready to hire her right after graduation. Yo, this is what I was saying to you guys. I feel like this was probably, you know, this was parts ago. We were still at the, academy. But I was talking about how, top tier Toa is and how I wouldn't be surprised if what Emma just said right here was the case. With how on top of things she is. Well, she does merit the high esteem people lavish on her. She's the pride of the academy. Man, shout out to my girl Toa. Not gonna lie, that's wife. Gotta be honest, guys. 9:30. Celtic. I wish we could stop by and kind of speak to everyone. All passengers disembarking here in Celtic, please exit the platform via the bridge. I repeat, do not approach the rope barriers on platform 1. Passengers wishing to travel on the Transcontinental Railroad, please wait on platform 2. Yes, sir. Calm down. Calm down, sir. I like the energy, but relax. Yo, this vibe is, the atmosphere is, yeah, this is very fitting. This atmosphere. Like, and I love how the game has no music and everything, too. You could tell something is stirring. Like something big. The trade conference is right away. Everybody's on point. What's going on here? All this security feels kind of ominous. It seems the railway military police is guarding the opposite platform. Yeah, I wonder if they're here, then you already know who's about to, who's going to show up eventually. Claire.
Well, isn't this quite the coincidence?
We already knew you was going to be here. When we seen the RMP, come on, man. That's to be expected.
Captain Claire.
I feel like it's been a while.
Claire! Did you come to see me?
Oh.
Just a coincidence, I'm afraid.
Damn. At least she was honest about it. Still probably happy to see you, though.
Eisengraf will be passing through here soon, so this station's operating under heightened security.
Oh, right!
Still, I'm happy to see you again. It's been, what, 2 months since I last saw you?
Man, 2 months? No, that's sweet. She really is attached to Captain Claire. Yeah, almost like sisters. I mean, to be fair, they might as well be. Because they refer to Lecter in most cases as brother. Especially, you know, here in Cold Steel. They've been saying brother for Lecter, which is just because they're Iron Bloods. And Millium calls Chancellor Osborne Gramps, so I guess they're kind of like some sort of weird family. Hard to believe both of them are Iron Bloods. Y'all love Eustace. His level of distaste for stuff is just so blunt. Like, you can tell when he doesn't like something. That's what I like about him. At any rate, good day, everyone. Let me thank you again for all your help during the recent crisis in Heimdall. Don't worry about it. We simply did our duty as citizens of the Empire. More importantly, what's the meaning of all this extra security? Yeah, he's to the point. He's to the point. I respect it. I ain't got nothing but respect for Eustace, man. He's my favorite character. And what is this Eisengraf you mentioned? As in Iron Count, right? You'll see what I mean soon enough. A special express train will momentarily be passing by platform 1. This train will be passing through at high speed so travelers on the platform are advised to exercise caution. This is gonna be the red train. A special express train. It looks fire too. I remember the first time I seen it, I was like, whoa, that design is slick. It couldn't be. Right on time. Hey, this little beat though. There it is. Oh, Toa! Damn. Oh, I saw Olivier. Oh, look at Toa. It's so cute. There's Toa and there's Prince Oliver. Yo, it's crazy why they're showing it in slow motion like this. Oh, there he is. Chancellor Osborne in the flesh himself. Look at him going over there to handle business and talk crazy. Oh! Holy shit, he made direct eye contact with Ring. And Ring being able to see the damn train going by like that is crazy. Because they said that's like a very fast train. But I guess it shouldn't come as too much of a surprise that he could see it though. Because we still don't know just how much that power of his affects him. Maybe that's the reason he has enhanced like vision or sight. Not sure. So that was the Eisengraf. Come to think of it, I've heard rumors of a special Crimson train. It's supposedly reserved for use by members of the Imperial government. I've been on it before, it's really fast. It's pretty fancy inside too. The Eisengraph, or the Iron Count in the common parlance, was so titled in the honor of the Chancellor Osborne himself. Well, I do hear him called the Blood and Iron Chancellor all the time, so I can understand the iron part. But isn't the Chancellor a commoner by birth? I do rose up. He is indeed. However, he was granted the title of Count by His Majesty when he was made Chancellor 11 years ago. Supposedly, that's what led to the train being given its name shortly thereafter. I see. What a guy. I doubt he of all people sees any worth in titles or peerage. Rain? He's lost in thought. I feel like every time so far, every time he's seen the Chancellor, he's kind of out of it. Like the first time we seen him back in Heimdall, he had the very same expression. He was kind of just lost in thought about it. Yeah. Is something bothering you? Your attention seems elsewhere. Still feeling tired after yesterday? No, not really. I just happened to catch a glance of Toa and Prince Oliver on the train as it passed by. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? How? Wow, I'm surprised you could even make them out. You must have a hawk's eyes to be able to see them when the Eisengraph whooshed by so quickly. Nah, it was probably just a coincidence. It was more than just a glance though. I could see them clearly in detail. What was that just now? Now I don't know, man. What is with this guy? Well, as long as you're not feeling unwell. Emma? I want to beat up Emma. Yeah, I said it. Where's the Emma fans in the comments? Let me know if you're an Emma fan so I could take out my rage on you instead. I'm kidding. But seriously though, I'm practically like drooling for more information on what's going on with Emma. And why she knows certain things that we do not know. We would like to thank all passengers for their cooperation with today's security measures. Transcontinental Railway service bound for Crosswell State now arriving on platform 2. Here it comes. Yeah, looks like we didn't have to wait long after all. It's cool though, once we, get back with the squad, everybody's gonna be together. It's always nice when we have the whole, class together. And it's kind of like when we're standing around in the academy, after class, everybody's talking. Those are really nice moments. Elisa! Best girl. Okay, we got Elisa, Elliot, Marcus, Fee. Where is Crow? Hey, there they are. Ringing over here. Come on, we haven't got all day. We saved you some seats. I guess Crow just didn't want to come out. Well, if you'll excuse us, Captain. See you later, Claire. Of course. Have a safe trip, everyone. Oh, there he is. Yes, Sara. Whoa! Who's that classy looking babe? Yeah, I should have just stayed on the train. Yeah, Sara does not like her. I love it. I love the fact that Sara has nothing but ops. My kind of woman. Got beef with everyone. Nope, she's back to looking very serious again. We've received word from Squad 08. No usual movements have been detected near the Twin Dragons Bridge. We've also received word from Squad 21. They report all the high-speed armored cars are in position. Understood. Remain vigilant until the Eisengraph have finished passing through. Once it reaches Crossbow City, have all squads switch to Phase D. Yes, ma'am. Are you sure the Imperial Liberation Front will show themselves? Oh yeah, they are. They will, I'm certain of it. Yeah, I wonder what this is gonna be like over at Garrelia Fortress though. Hey, everybody together. I see. It sounds like Group A had quite an eventful couple of days too. Yeah, though I find it hard to believe you could have seen the ghost of Leanne's Sandlot. No, I hate to break it to you, that was no ghost. And we definitely saw her. Might have been a ghost to, us, because we know she's supposed to be dead. But us, the player, we know that she is alive and well. And not only that, but is a part of the society. That's ridiculous. Are you sure you weren't just hallucinating or something? Let me ask you this then, Machias. If we were hallucinating or something, how would we have been able to save Arno and Julia? We were trapped. What part of that don't y'all understand? We were binded. We couldn't move. You mean to tell who do you think saved us then? Was there someone else that we just didn't know was in there and they helped us out for some reason? Like, I'm not trying to say it doesn't sound like we made up some sort of fairy tale story, because, the woman is supposed to be dead. But at the same time, you gotta really listen to somebody's story. How would they have been able to do to free themselves if that hadn't happened? If that was just some sort of hallucination? It didn't really add up. Somebody had to help them. So who was it? You can think whatever you like. We totally saw her, I swear. Well, ghosts or not, there was definitely someone there besides us. Facts. Let them know, man. Tell them to shut up, Ring. Clearly there was somebody there. Anyway, that's enough about ghosts and spirits for the time being. I can't wait till you guys come to realize that that was no ghost at all. Now all this shit you guys are spewing, Sara, Machias, you'll be eating your words soon enough when you come across them. I'm more concerned about the affairs of the living, like where Toval and the Radiant Blade Master went. It sounds like Duke Cayenne is up to something too, and he's not someone we can afford to take lightly. We didn't run into anything like that in a dry special. economic zone. Though I guess that makes sense, seeing as it's under the direct control of the imperial government and not a noble. I seem to recall that it was annexed 8 years ago. Is that right? I'm telling you, man. Jirai being annexed, it just furthers the agenda for me that Crow is from Jirai. Because he was the one that spoke up and knew a lot about Jirai. Nobody said anything about Jirai. He just started like giving out information. Yeah, the Empire stitched it on nice and neat without much opposition. Now it's prospering as a special economic zone on that coast. Seemed like a pretty lively place. And the revenue generated from taxes there goes directly to the imperial government's coffers, instead of the pockets of the nobility. It's hardly a mystery why the reformers think so highly of it. Well, that aside, I'm a little concerned about the upcoming trade conference in Crossbow. Same goes for the Imperial Liberation Front. They've been awfully quiet since that show they put on last month. Well, they're about to get really active soon enough. Now that you mention it, that does seem rather suspicious. Is that related somehow to why we're going to Garrelia Fortress? Well, it's not the main reason, but it's not entirely unrelated. I'll let you look forward to finding out all about it when we get to the fortress itself. Anyway, how many of you passed through Garrelia Fortress by train before? Milliam, Crow, Elliot, and Fee? I see. Just us, huh? I can't wait to see everyone's first reactions. True. Yo, Elliot, we're about to see your dad. This is crazy. Because his dad is the Lieutenant General of the 4th Armored Division. What's that? Well, I've seen it in photographs at least. A camera can't really capture how ridiculous it is. Yep, it's supposed to be this macho gateway to the Empire, but it just seems like it's trying way too hard. Yeah, there's one thing about Mila. She's gonna say whatever she wants. What's that supposed to mean? The gateway to the Empire and one of the largest military bases in the country. I look forward to the chance to see it in person then. We're going through Twins Dragons Bridge, the Transcontinental Railroad, and we are about to be at Garrelia Fortress, everyone. The train carrying Class 7 continued its ride on the Transcontinental Line, heading toward the east. They passed through the Twin Dragons Bridge, a Croatian provincial army base, and several stations later. It was finally time to pass through the Garrelia Fortress, which loomed large on the border with Crossbow State. "11:20. The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. The next stop is Garrelia Fortress. Garrelia Fortress. This train will stop for 5 minutes. Please be aware that only authorized personnel may disembark at this station. Be advised that all orbital photography is strictly prohibited within the fortress and is punishable by imperial law. Any attempt at unauthorized recording may result in confiscation of your equipment or detention by authorities. That was a mouthful. That was a lot of stuff going on. Wow, that was kind of... It sounded pretty severe for a train announcement. Well, we are passing through a military facility. I don't think they're being unreasonable. Do you really think that's the issue here? I'm not sure having that be one of the first things foreign visitors here gives a very good impression of the country. She's got a point with that. Oh, we're finally here. What in Aions' name is that? My favorite line, they say, what in Aions? Hey. Yo, look at this. This fortress is crazy. Eastern border, Garrelia Fortress. We finally made it here. After experiencing a little tiny bit of it in the intro of the game. Come on, man, we're here. This music, I like this. You know what it kind of makes me think of? Not that it's the same or anything, but it gives me a similar feeling to the music that plays in Orcus Tower. That music when you go into the Orcus Tower on just the main floor, that music that plays, I like it. The scale is just... This is Garrelia Fortress? This entire place is built from iron and concrete? Just how much money has the army dumped into building all of this? Yep, that was about as entertaining as I'd hoped. Not that I'm surprised, I thought the same thing when I first saw it. From the crossbow side, all you can see is a cliff though. Yeah, a cliff. All you can see is a cliff, huh? Not some mass destructive weapons pointed in their direction, huh? Yeah, but those 2 railway guns still poke out through it. Hey, instructor. What did you bring us out here to show us? What else? We're here so you can see the true essence of what makes an army. What comprises the military strength and forms its foundation. And what other place in the empire has that on display as clearly as here. You got a point. Yeah, I honestly still can't believe we're here. What is gonna take place though, outside of what we already know from the intro? But I mean, what are we gonna have to do here? Because it's kind of, I don't know if you should treat it as a field study. Not really one. Garrelia Fortress platform is more like a learning experience. Not that field studies aren't, you're learning from those too, but I feel like this is more in your face, military stuff. Who are they? Engineers and tradesmen mostly. You'll see a lot of them around here. Keeping a fortress this size up and running is a full-time job for more than just military's people. So it seems. It's almost like it's its own town here. On the other side of this fortress is more or less a straight shot to Crossbill City, right? To think that such a bustling center of trade is so close to a massive military facility like this. Yeah, Crossbill City is only about 30 minutes away by train. From the top of the fortress, you can even see the skyscraper where the trade conference is going to take place. And Orcus Tower, huh? Yeah, let me go to the top of the fortress. Let me see Orcus Tower. Man, I remember the first time I went up to the top of Orcus Tower. Man, what a time. I bet it'll look even crazier though in like full on 3D. No sprites and stuff. Or like, you know, little chibi models.
I see you've arrived.
Nineheart.
Oh.
Instructor Neidhart!
Good morning, Major Neidhart.
Yeah, she had to correct herself.
Instructor Valestein of Thor's Military Academy, homeroom teacher for Class 7.
Yeah, this is so funny.
Reporting the arrival of myself and all students in my care.
Acknowledging your arrival at 11:30 hours. Welcome to Garrelia Fortress.
I know they're being serious, but in this moment, I can't take these two serious. I'm just so used to them, you know, going at it. It's so funny.
In addition to my teaching duties at the Academy, I hold the rank of Major in the Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division. I'll be acting as your guide, as well as your instructor for special lectures during your time here at the fortress.
All right, then.
Now, if you'll follow me.
All right, let's see. What are we going to be doing here? Got the girls over here. And us guys over here. And we're already in class learning, huh? Including today, you have 2 days remaining in this month's field study. However, we won't be assigning you any tasks during that time. Oh. So we're not going to be doing any sort of tasks? Instead, you'll be participating in a series of special lectures and a field trip. A field trip? Wait, here? I mean, I would assume that there's a lot to see here, especially since we haven't been here. So what exactly does that entail, instructor? At 1400 hours today, a joint military exercise will be taking place at Garrelia's proving ground. The 4th and 5th Armored Divisions will both be participating, and you will be observing it. We're going to watch a military exercise? The 4th Armored Division, huh? Yeah, Elliot, we might get a chance to see your damn dad, Craig the Red. The 4th Armored Division is led by none other than Elliot's dad, Lieutenant General Olaf Craig. By all accounts, it's one of the strongest armored divisions in the Imperial Army. And did you know our friend the Major here is their most promising young member? It's true. Look at her face. Sarah's such a troll. Moving on. As I said, you'll only be observing this exercise, not actively participating. I imagine that has some of you feeling rather relieved, doesn't it? It does sound like a pretty easy assignment after all. but we'll see how many of you feel the same after experiencing it for yourselves. That's all from me. It's currently 11:50 hours. Lunch has been prepared for you in the mess hall. I advise you to all to eat. Your field trip isn't something to be undertaken on an empty stomach. Ah, shit. It's about to get real over here in Garrelia Fortress. Ugh, what's on my plate? What is this slop? What is this slop? What in the... What is the baked beans? Some sort of molded cheese? Bread that looks like it could be used as a fucking weapon of mass destruction? Apple slices is the only thing that's good on this plate, and look at that meat. It's mystery food meat. Yeah, you definitely getting a surprise when you bite into that. What the fuck are we eating? What are we eating, guys? I don't even want to drink the damn water. Don't even look like water. It look like drinking oil. So, this food. We have salty corned beef, and I think I'm getting a hint of peas from this soup. Ugh. Hopefully you just smelled it, and you got a great sense of smell. Hopefully you're not already tasting it, Elisa. You could use this bread as a lethal projectile. A lethal projectile is crazy, Marcus. Nah, he's right though. That's what I just said, man. That looks like a weapon. Like why would I need why would I need a weapon when I got that? That bread is all you need. That bread is just waiting for somebody to pick it up and take it on a stealth mission. You about to knock everybody out. Just one hit to the back of the head. He's sleeping. I do think it wouldn't have hurt to use a few more herbs or flavors in general. I think that's the last of our worries, the herbs and the flavors. They need to just throw this shit away and get regular food. But nah, army always gotta be on some tough shit. We need stuff we can preserve. Simple stuff we can just eat. Like, okay, we get it. I understand, but damn, this is disgusting. Calling this edible would be generous. Now, I've heard plenty of rumors about the food they serve in the Imperial Army, but I wouldn't have guessed they'd all be true. Yeah, that's how reality is sometimes, man. Huh. I didn't think the food they served in the mess hall at Cinder Gate was all that bad, though. I don't think it would kill them to serve something a little more appetizing. This is the exact same thing they served when I came here with my class last year. Oh man, I feel bad for Crow. He's got to go through this shit again. That man has to go through this again, bro. Nah, this is disgusting. Probably from the same... No way he just said that. There's no Crow. Crow is a menace. Probably from the same batch too, by the look of it. Really brings back memories. I can't, bro. I can't with this dialogue right now. This is hilarious. Everybody at this table has been funny. I was pretty surprised the first time my dad brought me to eat here too. You guys really think it's that bad? You don't? The hell have you been eating on? Seriously. Yeah. It really brings back memories for me too. At least there's some cheese and an apple. Look at Fee looking on the bright side. Her little cute stoic face. I mean, that's about the only thing I'm eating, man. The apple slices. The food served in the army makes use of common ingredients that are easy to preserve and store. The ingredients used to make all the food on your trays can be easily stockpiled in large quantities. Yeah, I already figured as much. That's just how it is. So even if a war were to break out, a meal like this could still be served without any trouble. So that explains it. Sorry, I thought I had to sneeze for a second, but I didn't. I see. So the army serves simple foods all the time to avoid decreasing morale for wartime rationing? Well, not all the time. However, one can think of this food as a philosophical statement from the continent's strongest army. Philosophical, that's how you say it, right? However, one can think of this food as a philosophical statement from the continent's strongest army, in the sense that it suggests that soldiers should live and work each day as though a war effort depends on them. Every day? So they should be just as tense during times of peace as during times of war? Well, it's a bit too much mind over matter idealism for my taste, but it's worth being aware of. And to throw a different perspective in the mix here, the food the provincial armies serve is actually pretty good. Good enough that you can't help but wonder how they'd cope if an actual war were to ever break out. Damn, it's that good, huh? Well, it's not like serving good food means you have a crappy army. I hear our neighbor Liberal serves up some pretty tasty food in their army. Liberal's army is fairly elite. Probably because the threat of being neighbors to the Empire keeps them tense. I feel a little conflicted hearing you say that. I mean, can't be helped, Elliot. Erebonia is it's not the best of places to be looked at from another perspective. Well, these things are all about finding a good balance. Variety is the spice of life, you know. If you eat nothing but dull, bland food all the time, well, you know what they say. You are what you eat. Look at her face. Yo, she's so funny. I love Sara. I could do with a few of your pithy remarks in my diet, Instructor Valentine. Yeah, anyway, as you heard, there's going to be a military exercise at the Proving Ground at 2 in the afternoon today. It's 12:30 right now, so you have an hour to do whatever you like. Ooh, a free hour? Yo, let's walk around. They'll make an announcement half an hour before, so be sure to listen for it and do whatever it tells you. Understood. So when you say whatever we like, does that mean we can tour the fortress? Of course, you're welcome to roam around as long as you don't poke your nose into any restricted areas. So go ahead and explore. There's plenty worth seeing here, like the command center. Though if you're feeling a little tired from your field study so far, you're welcome to rest in your rooms. It would be a shame to waste such a valuable opportunity. I suppose I should at least get a general overview of the fortress. Oh, finally got control. But I think with that being said, we've been playing for probably about an hour or so. I think I'm gonna end off here, and I will see you guys next time. Look at this food, man. What is this, y'all? He's got a letter, huh? I will see you guys next time for more Trails of Cold Steel. Take care.